What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. So before I get into this video, I want to give a big shout out to the brother Gary Benson for the $5 donation via the PayPal. Much respect to Gary Benson for showing love to Too Raw for TV. He's been subscribed to me for years, man. Gary Benson, big time supporter of this channel, of the LDBC. I believe he signed to my Patreon as well. Shout out to Gary Benson for showing love. And much appreciated, much respected, brother. Someone who's not going to get my love right now are the Chicago Bulls, man. They just got blown out by the Boston Celtics. At this point, we expect them to lose, and usually badly to the upper echelon teams, like the top four teams in each conference. We expect it at this point now, and it usually happens. They lost by I think something like 23 points. They fall to 45 and 35 on the year, and I'm so fucking sick of this team, man. I'm so fucking sick of Chicago because at this pace, we're gonna fucking lose in the first round. And while I am thankful that this team can make the playoffs, with the roster that we have, I expected so much more than just most likely a 4-1, uh, you know, a 4-1 bounce out in the first round. And, at this point, I'm not even certain. I'm not even certain if we're going to stay in the sixth seed. I have to look at the record because in remaining games, because I think we've had one of the toughest remaining schedules in the league. Who knows? We might fall into the seventh. We might fall into the seventh spot. Someone can correct me, but right now I believe we're six. We're sixth seed. Right now we would play Milwaukee and get probably most likely fucking swept in the first round. But hell, we might fucking go 1-2 or something the last couple of games. Who knows? We might fall. I gotta see what's the difference right now. Let me look it up. What's the difference in games between the sixth and the seventh seed in the East? Let me look. Two games. And, Cleveland, ever since Jared Allen got hurt for the year, Cleveland's been sliding. They're not much better. They're 3-7 in their last 10 games. We're 4-6. So most likely we're going to stay in that sixth spot. But it's still a disappointing season. And, some of it has to do with injuries, of course. Lonzo Ball, that's very worrisome, right? As far as his injuries, how he did not meet that threshold timetable. Well, not threshold, but that timetable for his return. That's a worrisome development. But I have to say, man, I, I have to put a lot of this on Billy Donovan. I'm sorry. I know the media doesn't do it, but Bulls fans who watch this team play know that some of this is on Billy Donovan. And I could see DeMar DeRozan's frustration because sometimes he has to resort to playing hero ball to win games for this team. Think about that. He has to resort to playing hero ball. And he does, look, DeMar DeRozan is a good player, but he's not Michael Jordan. These guys they have to execute better against good teams. What this tells me is against the better teams, the Bulls just don't have it, man. Um, they just, perhaps we still are a couple of pieces away from being a championship team. But we should not be this inept against the better teams in the league. We shouldn't be this bad. I mean, to see where we were in New Year's, we were like the second seed or something like that in the Eastern Conference. We were somewhere around that range. I think we were actually briefly first. I think we were briefly first in the Eastern Conference, and DeRozan was an MVP candidate. And to just see everything just slip away like that, I don't know. Like I said, more than likely, we're going to either play Milwaukee and get swept, or if the Bucks flip flop over the Celtics, they're going to beat the shit out of us too, like they just did. So it's just, I don't know, man. It's just really just bragging rights to make the playoffs. We gonna get our ass whooped, man. And I know I sound like a defeated fan, but I'm just a realist, man. If we were more competitive, if we were more competitive against these teams, I would be like, we can beat these motherfuckers. But I know we can't. We can't beat them. Fucking shame, man.